Hello, welcome. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of NYX. So a lot of these products, or most of them actually, I was sent in a PR box and I thought we could just throw them all together with some of my existing bits and do a full face and yeah, see what comes of it. So I haven't got an eyeshadow palette from NYX. So what I thought, because they sent me all of these new highlighters, well newish, and there were some colours in here that I personally wouldn't use as highlighters. So, I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong, but just not for me. Like this one here, which is like a bit of a grey green. And then this really nice green colour as well. And then there's a purple. Oh, this pink, I'm not sure. I'll see when I swatch it. I might try that as a highlighter. I don't know yet. And this purple is absolutely stunning. So again, not sure if to use that on my eyes or a highlighter, but we'll play it by eye. So before I do my eyeshadow, I have a primer to use, which is this one here. So this is the face glue primer. You've probably seen this all over socials, you know, because it looks like PVA glue, which is actually really quite cool. I do have the setting spray as well. We'll use that at the end, obviously. So I'll give it a little shake. It's quite thick. And then it's got this little lid bit at the top here. So yeah, it's like that. It does look like glue. It's actually really quite cool. And it's a really like stretchy, sticky sort of formula. So I'm going to put this where I feel I'll pop a little bit of excess on my chin, not too much. I tend to use it more like around where I get quite a lot of pores and around my nose and the centre of the forehead. But then because I get quite dry around here, I tend to use like a small amount there. And we just press that in as well. Make sure it's like really in there. So, I mean, there's not really much to see. It's a primer. You won't see until the end, really. But yeah, that's with and that's without. It definitely gives a bit of a blurred appearance, I would say. Yeah, I don't know if that's coming across on camera because of the reflection from the lights. But yeah, in person, I can definitely see like this side looks more, it's absorbing the light a lot more, I think, than this side is. So yeah, I mean, as I say, you can't really see much straight off. But yeah, there we go. And it does feel sticky, but it doesn't feel, it reminds me of actually this one, the Maybelline grippy one, like in how it feels, not the texture or anything, but how it feels afterwards. It's got that kind of slight stickiness to it, not like, you know, the Elf one or the Milk one where you can like stick stuff to it, but no, it feels nice. And then next I have this brow glue. It's a very gluey video, this one. I'll be honest, I don't tend to go, I don't know if they do this one in like a tinted one or not, but I don't really go for transparent or clear ones because I do need a bit of colour on my brows because they're pretty much non-existent without it. That's so cute. So it looks like that. I think that's adorable. And then it's got a little, yeah, a little spoolie in there. It's quite stretchy again though. Can you see, like when I pulled it out? It's quite a stringy formula again. But I have heard really good things about this for like keeping your brows in place. So we'll go for this one, I think. What I'm going to do is take it through. It's very grippy. Like the brush really does grip to the brow hairs. So we'll go through. I have popped a little bit of like a brow, the Maybelline brow mousse. I popped that on at the beginning just because I knew I needed some colour. I'm going to go backwards. Hey, look at that. And then back the other way again. We'll take no more product. We're just going to take the brush again and just get them into the shape that we want, which dries quite quick. So yeah, without obviously any pen or anything to fill in any gaps. That's how they look. It definitely does keep the brows in place. You know, it sticks them down really well. And as I say, it does dry quite quick as well. But yeah, as I say, just for me, I would prefer it if it had a bit of tint in it. And it does kind of give a bit of a glossy finish as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest. I like them to be a bit more matte, like a bit more natural looking. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a good product. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. It sticks them down. It's just, for me, I prefer a bit more of a natural look. Right, okay, so I just filled in the little like hair bits. I actually went in with this one. I got it off TikTok shop. It's from a company called Into You. What is it? Into You. Yeah, it was only cheap, about a tenner, I think, but it's actually really good. Anyway, I've got, as I say, these, and what I'm going to do, we'll give them a swatch first just to see what they're like, and then I'm going to use some of these as eyeshadows. So we've got Butter in Black, which is, yeah, it's like a purpley, greeny, greyy. It's like that. It's quite cool. So that one is like that, which is actually really nice. It looks more pink, like in person. It's actually really quite lovely. And then we have this one here, which is You Butterwork, which is quite clearly very pinky. So that one's like that. They are really nice, these are. This one is Buttermint, which swatches like that. That's actually really pretty. I'm tempted to try that as a highlighter. And then this one is a Butter Than Gold. These swatches are terrible. They're all over the place, which is like that. That's like a true gold highlighter. I've got the light champagne one, which is really nice actually. I use it quite a lot. But that one's definitely a more gold than that one. And very lastly, we have Number One Butter, which is really pretty. This one looks a bit more glittery actually. I'll put this one here. Yeah, nice. So that's what they're like all swatched. There we go. So that's what they're like all together. And I think what I'm going to do is take the Buttermelt Bronzer, which is one that I love. I use this on and off quite a lot actually, as you can see. I'm going to take it onto like a little flat blendy brush, and I'm just going to work this one through my crease just to get a bit of a base there first. So just like that, and then this is just a believe it or not clean brush. I have kind of, you know, dusted it off on one of those silicone things, and I'm just going to use that just to sort of diffuse the edge a little bit. Nice, that's actually worked really well in the crease. It looks really nice. Then I'm going to I think I'm going to go for, you know, I am going to try this one as the highlighter. So I'm going to put that one to the side, and I'm going to go for the pink and the purple, I think. So it was these two. I'm going to start off with the pink, I think. So You Butterwork. I'm going to take this little, again, it's clean because I've dusted it off. So I'm going to take it onto, that's like a little fluffy brush. And I'm going to work this one. That works so well on a fluffy brush as well. Onto the outer part of my lid. See, it's nice because they're so smooth and obviously buttery, you know, clues in the name, but they do work so well. I just looked at them and I thought they would make such nice eyeshadow shades, and I just felt I needed to try it. So that's what that one looks like. I think that looks really nice, like really nice. And then again, I'm just gonna dust this same brush off. We'll use that to do the other one as well on the inner corner. So this one is No One Butter or Number One Butter. We'll say No One. And this one I'm going to take, as I say, on the front. it's so pretty, really nice. So that's what that one's like. It's not the biggest contrast, I wouldn't say, between this is the purple here and the pink. But it's nice and subtle, you know, it's fine for today. We'll go with it. But yeah, I was expecting it to be a bit more of a difference. Probably if I use my finger, it would. Should we try and go on a bit heavier? Let's try it with a flat brush. So it's got a bit more oomph to it than a fluffy one. So like that, and we'll take that one instead. Because this will press it on a bit more. Yeah, see, that's better. Obviously, if I used my finger, I might do it just there actually. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot more foiled. So like that. I still wouldn't say that there's a huge contrast between the two once they're on, but it is very pretty. I do like it. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with how they've turned out. I think they look really cute. So next I'm going to go on with a foundation or skin tint, and I'm going to go on with this one here. I have reviewed this before. I think it was in a first impressions, like a full face of new makeup. And I have used it quite often since. I've been really like up and down on this. I am starting to like it a bit more now. When I first started using it though, I wasn't sure. So I'm going to take about that much, I think, to start off with. We will just apply it like normal. Yeah, it's really nice, like lightweight product, this one. That's one thing I will say about it. And as I say, I am starting to actually enjoy it a lot more now. I think it's because it's a bit warmer as well, and I don't like to wear, you know, as much base makeup when it's a bit warmer. And this one's one of those like really easy to use products as well. So yeah, I'll just briefly run over this because, as I say, I have reviewed it properly before, but that's with compared to without. Yeah, it's a skin tint. It's not gonna do a whole lot coverage wise, but it does make your skin look really nice. And I love the dewy look that it gives as well. So yeah, there we go. That's all over. I do like it. I think it looks nice. As I say, to start off with, I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure. But now I do like it. I've used it a lot more since then. Yeah, and it's just really nice and lightweight. You can't feel it on the skin. It's also got SPF 30 in it, which isn't a huge amount for the face. I do still use my 50 underneath, but you know, it's a bonus. So yeah, no, it just looks lovely. Very easy to use as well. And I will say that it did seem to layer really nicely over this as well. So yeah, this obviously, you know, makes your foundation, skin tint, whatever you want to use over the top, apply a lot smoother. So we're going to go back to the bronzer now. As I say, I use this quite a lot anyway, but because we're doing NYX, we're going to use it again. And yeah, I'm just going to use this in the normal bronzer way. One thing I will say with these is they are extremely pigmented. So, you know, go quite light-handed with them. The blushes are as well. I've got a different blush to use today, but I do love the Buttermelt blushes. I tend to just like really gently put it where I want it, and then take the brush right at the end and then just work it in. So that's what that one looks like. It's really nice. I do like it. Did I tell you what shade it was? I'm sure I did at the beginning, but Butter Biscuit, that one. Yeah, they do loads of shades. Right, so next for blush, I have this one. I've had this one for a couple of months actually. They released these when the movie first came out, the Minecraft movie. Really good. But yeah, I think they're adorable, and I picked these up then. I did a short on them, but I completely forgot to put them into like a full review, so we'll do that today. This one is one of the blush ones. They also have highlighters, which I do also have, but obviously we're using the other one today. But that's what the highlighter's like. So it's like that. It is very pretty. This one is Diamond Drip, But yeah, this one is Honeycomb Hottie. I think there are two blushes. This one's more of a kind of a coral shade, and then they did like a pink one as well. I am actually going to take it onto a brush just because that's how I prefer to do it. So I'm just swirling it onto the product. So I'm going to try and pick up quite a bit. And these have got like a little, well, this one has got a little bit of a shimmer in it as well. Such a nice colour. I do love shades like this, especially in the summer. They look beautiful with a tan. And as I say, because it's got that shimmer in it as well. Can you see that? How pretty that is? It looks so nice. It's like the base colour of it, like the coral shade, is can you see that? It looks really glittery up close. But that is like a matte, but then because of the glittery shimmeriness to it, that obviously makes it look like really quite luminous, because there's a lot of it in there. But at the same time, it's not like in your face glitter. It's really odd. But no, it is a beautiful, beautiful blush. Really nice shade. Yeah, there we go. Isn't it pretty? I think it is a beautiful colour. I really do. It's cute as well, like the actual product in itself. So for highlighter, I'm going to go with that green one. We'll try it. So this one here, which was a Buttermint, and I think I'm going to take a small amount. So you can't really see it on the brush. And I'm just going to take it onto my normal areas with an extremely light hand. Oh, that's not really blended in very well. Let's try and go over it with a sponge. Which is weird because the it's probably to do with the colour, where it's, you know, it's not like a normal kind of highlight colour. It doesn't give a cast. Just pop a bit of the blush that's left on the brush back on. Yeah, that looks better. Blends in a bit more. But yeah, I don't know, it's fun. It is fun. But I do prefer my sort of normal boring shades, I suppose. But yeah, it's worth a try. So before we go ahead and do lips, we're going to set the base down with this. This is the Face Glue Setting Spray. 24-hour transfer resistant makeup setting spray. So, oh, it's very fine. Quite a generic sort of smell. So we will pop that all over and then dry it. Oh dear, I think my battery's running out. That's a bit pointless, really. Oh, I use what I've got left, I suppose. Oh, suddenly woke up there. Oh, I tell you what, that gives such a nice finish. Can you see that? It looks really, really nice. And like everything is blended together really nicely as well. It even makes that highlighter look, I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't my favourite, but it even makes that look like, you know, really quite good, to be honest. Oh, that's nice. Like the finish of it is beautiful. It doesn't feel like, you know, tacky or sticky or anything either. It feels really nice and hydrating. Yeah, big fan of that. I think that's really nice. So for lips, I've used these before, but not these colours. So I've got a couple of these Duck Plump liners. These are quite spicy, like, you know, on the lip, like around the edge. They give a bit of a plumping effect. So this one here is in the shade Pink Jection, which is, oh, that's really nice actually. It's like that. That's my kind of shade. It's like a pinky nude. So I like that. And then I've also got Nude Flip, which is actually one that I wanted to get hold of, but it was out of stock when I last looked, so that's a bonus. I think the one that I normally use is, what is that? It's nude something. This one's more of a brown, so it's like that. This one, Filament, so it's got a bit more of a mauvey sort of shade to it. That one there, I've used that a bit, so it's a bit smoother. Yeah, I think, because I've got these glosses here. I think I'm going to go for the blue one. They're kind of clear really. I don't imagine they'll give off much colour. Oh, that smells like blue raspberry. Yeah, they're kind of clear with a little hints of blue, but not much. So I think I'm going to go for the pinky one, which was Pink Jection. What I'll do is I will line my lips with it, and then we'll fill in a little bit as well. Yeah, they're an odd shape. I kind of use the little tip bit more on the Cupid's bow. And then go on the straight edge to go down. Nice. So I'm going to bring that onto the lip a bit as well. That actually looks a really nice colour. And then I'm going to take, as I say, the blue Fat Oil Chillz. And then we'll go over the whole thing. That's really nice. Yeah. It feels really nice as well, the lip oils. God, my throat. Yeah, it feels really hydrating. It's not sticky. Not sticky at all, which I love. Yeah, and it goes really nice with this liner as well. I know I've covered my whole lip with it, but it does go nice. So yeah. So here is the finished look, and overall I absolutely love it. I will say that. I think it's really nice. It's quite natural, but with a little subtle hint of shimmer there. But no, really nice. I love the base. Oh, still got swatches on my arms. Yeah, absolutely. I love the base. I really do. Yeah, this is one of those products that has completely grown on me. As I said, you know, a few times now, wasn't sure at the beginning, but now I do really like it, and I do reach for it a lot as well. And the highlighters, I just love how versatile they are. Do you know what I was thinking actually? Between the bronzers, like the matte bronzers, and these highlighters, how nice would it be if they made like a Buttermelt eyeshadow palette? I think that would be beautiful. But yeah, no, as I say, the bronzer already loved. I have used these before, but I love the colour of this one. It is lovely. The lip oils, really nice. Yeah, the primer seemed to work really well. I'll use that again, you know, more often, and update you, you know, in other videos and stuff. But it seems to be really nice. The setting spray though, I love it. I love this finish. So as always, all products shown in today's video I will link in the description box below for you, along with any discount codes if I can find any as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me. If you did enjoy watching this video, and if you'd like to see more content from me in the future, and you would like to subscribe to my channel. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.